If you've ever come back from a ride and then uncontrollably eaten everything that wasn't nailed down, then this video is for you. Let's put some context to this. Now, because there's a lot of fighting in the fitness industry between people saying that calories don't mean anything and you have to keep your insulin low to lose body fat. And there's a lot of tribal in-house fighting with different diet paradigms. There's a lot of confusion about what actually works. So I was chatting to someone about where they are with their diet and why they're not losing weight. And after a long time of talking and just asking them questions about what they do on a daily, day-to-day basis, what I noticed is there's a big pattern that's formulating. And once we'd talked it through, it was clear where the mistakes were being made. What we really figured out was because they were riding their rides fasted and not eating enough food on the bike ride because they were hoping this was going to drive greater fat gain. They were coming back from their ride feeling totally ravenous, especially on a long ride, and then overeating food later on in the day. I've seen this happen a lot in my time as a coach with people fearing carbohydrates because they think they're going to make them overweight and gain body fat, which is, again, only going to happen if you overeat them by overeating calories. Now, I'm not saying fasting can't be part of an everyday practice because you get up early in the morning, do your training session fasted because it's really early, and then you eat breakfast. But you have to think when you're trying to aim to lose weight that you have to eat in a way that's going to keep you feeling fuller for longer. All the gurus will say satiated, but that doesn't mean anything to most people. You gotta think about what your food is doing for you. And when you're riding a bike and training in the gym and putting out a lot of energy, you need calories to be able to do that. Otherwise, your training sucks. Some advice for people who might not be keen in eating a lot of carbohydrates in main meals, but they want to maintain quality in training. Polarize your carbohydrates before training, in training, so you're fueling your training for the work required, and then post training, just to make sure that you're getting plenty of recovery and replacing muscle glycogen. And that should set you up quite nicely. And then with your meals outside of that, you don't have to have carbs. You can push a bit more protein in your diet and have a bit more fat in your diet, and that should suit you quite nicely. I always advise people when they're struggling, just work on a moderate calorie deficit, evenly spread throughout the day. It's just easier to follow. Hands up, who's ever ridden a long ride, not eaten well on the bike, and then come home and just eaten everything that's not nailed down? I definitely have made that mistake. Let me know in the comments below.